Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am the Soul Teacher and I'm here today to do a very special reading with you. It's called the Chiron, the Wounded Healer. So this is Chiron, the Wounded Healer, and this is an asteroid, and this asteroid was named after this guy. So I want to tell you more about this, and it's imperative that you understand how it works. Chiron was active at your birth in a very specific place, and this is about how Chiron shows up in your natal chart. Now this does not go like the normal sun signs or the moon signs or the Venus signs or whatever. You have to see specifically at the time of your birth when Chiron was, or where was Chiron in your natal chart. Now if you go down to the description box below, you'll see there's a list of dates of between this and then. If you know the time of your birth, you can also use that. It just makes it more accurate. You'll see there are times as well where you can see where was your Chiron at your date of birth, and then proceed to that reading, the one that is necessary for you to watch. I do, however, recommend that you watch this as your sun sign reading too. Normally, astrologers would say that Chiron is only according to your birth chart. As I've done my research around this, I've really noticed a lot of the things that is in my birth, my sun sign, and the people I know and love around me as well, very much pertains to their lives as well. So I would recommend that you watch both your sign that Chiron was in at the date of your birth, as well as your sun sign. It is very informative. So I will go ahead and go do the different videos now, and I hope you enjoy it. Chiron in Cancer. So let me tell you more about the Wounded Healer. So this is about a very deep soul wound that you have decided to work through during this lifetime. In other words, Chiron is going to bring you the energies needed to work through this. This is not a wound or something that you got hurt from and now you're working through it and you're healing it and you're like, yeah, you get out to the other side. No, this is something that you are going to work with for the rest of your life. This might come from a past life or from this life, doesn't really matter. Fact is, this is what you are working through for the rest of your life. You will just keep on peeling the layers. Please watch your sun signs in this as well, because I have really seen that this completes the picture. Guys, I also decided to not do an extended on this reading because I just felt it's very private and it's very deep. So I didn't feel appropriate to do an extended reading for this, but please feel free to go to my website. The link is in the description box down below, and you can purchase your own personal Chiron reading. I think you would find it very beneficial. So how this is going to work, I have researched this topic very extensively for the last 2 days. So I am going to start off by reading you a few things that you can expect with Chiron being in Cancer, and from there we are going to proceed with the rest of the reading. It's not a very long reading, but it's very to the point, very insightful as well. Okay, so Chiron in Cancer. Your home environment when you were younger, this is going to be all around that. It's very much to do with your relationship with either your mother or father or both, where you feel safe or felt safe. It's about emotional and physical safety. It's about something that you have to do on your own. It's also about, you might feel like you couldn't trust someone now that you thought you really could when you were younger, having to deal with that. Brings up what we need to feel safe in the world, in ourselves, as well as our homes. Being able to receive from others without having an elaborate defense system. Not being self-protective. You can let people in, trusting yourself and your feelings, and this is all about being very, very sensitive. Now, we know Cancers are really sensitive. They're also very intuitive. So that's why I say, please, if you watch your sun sign as well, because that would also help you with your story. So first of all, sorry, I'm just looking for the Cancer one there. In which chakra lies this feeling of insecurity? And we have third eye chakra. So what I feel here is you don't trust what you see, what you see intuitively. The Cancer is a very intuitive sign. So Cancers, through your third eye, you are able to interpret the messages from your higher self, from the universe, and you don't trust that. You feel that your imagination is something that you can't trust, and you should. This Cancer is all about trusting yourself, trusting your feelings, trusting that sensitivity, and being able to act on it. How can you heal your feelings of not trusting people or yourself? You see, sorry, I'm reading it because I've channeled a different reading for every single sign, and I don't necessarily remember what I channeled, so I have to read it. How can you heal your feelings of not trusting yourself or other people? Oh, no, sorry. That's why I kept on going back. How does this show up in your life? Sorry, guys. How does this show up in your life? And it shows up as patience and planning. So if you don't trust the messages that you interpret from your higher self, how will that affect your planning? It will affect it tremendously, because you will plan differently. If you don't trust your intuition or your intuitive feelings, you will never plan accordingly. You will plan the other way around because you don't trust it. If you see something, you're going to go the other way if you don't trust it, right? This is how it's showing up in your life. Goodness. Now we get to that question of how can you heal your feelings of not trusting other people or yourself? Okay, I understand that. With this card, it can either be deceiving yourself, which it's happening in the sense of you are deceiving yourself because you don't trust your interpretation. So you deceive yourself into going the other way. And where the envy comes in, when other people are envious of you, they tend to deceive you in telling you something different. Like, let's take a stupid example of you just painted a beautiful picture, and someone comes past and sees that, and they're so envious because they really wanted to be able to paint that nicely, that they would say, oh, you know, you need to work on that a lot more. So then you don't trust yourself, you don't trust other people anymore, because now someone else comes and says, oh, you have to make a career of this. You know, you don't trust yourself and you don't trust other people. So the deception around everything in your life is huge. I see a lot of deception around every aspect in your life, because you don't know who to trust. You can't trust yourself, but you also can't trust other people. So you're sitting there, which is probably the reason why you are struggling a lot to make decisions. You see the patience and planning. How that now comes in is, I see you sitting in a place where you have to make a decision, but it's so difficult because you really don't know where to go. You don't know which direction to take, because this person says that, this person says this, you say something different. So which path do you take? And you sit there and you just don't know. And that's where the deception comes in. Wow, that's quite rough. How do you let people into your energetic circle safely? Now remember, this is all about feeling safe and secure and trusting people. So this is basically kind of bringing it together. How do you let people into your energetic circle safely? Wow, spiritual union. So this is the Two of Cups. This is not necessarily just a romantic relationship. This is you create spiritual unions in every relationship you're in. Even the relationship with your car can be a spiritual union, because when you see the divine in someone else, you also see the divine within yourself. And if you see the divine in both of you, and you can create a union, a harmonious union between these two energies, because remember, this is your energetic circle, and this is safely. See the divine in both of the parties or all of the parties, and it will be a spiritual union. With that, that will always be safe. It can never be any other way. If you act only on the divine, how can it not be safe, right? Your advice from Chiron? Wow, a never-ending story in reverse. I'm quickly going to get the book out and read this for you. I'm not very versed in the reversals. This is in protection, it's not really in reverse. Colette Baron Reid calls it in protection, that I really like. Sorry, I just need to get to it. Okay, so the essential meanings of this card is self-criticism, hello, the wounded ego, and unnecessary dramas. So the advice from Chiron is the following. Never-ending, oh sorry, I need to get to the reverse, the protection message. This is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days. Remember, this is all about being sensitive as well. And you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass and you will carry on unscathed and blameless. So what this is about, and it's interesting because I got pulled into this deception and envy card. It's very easy to become very involved with other people's stuff because you are so sensitive. And this is something that you need to work through. This is part of the soul wound, is being this sensitive and being okay with it. So because you are sensitive like that, it's easy to become involved in other people's dramas and then become get caught up in the deception and the envy around it. So the advice from Chiron is do not get involved. Avoid all drama at all cost. It's not your circus. It's not your monkeys. And by that, like the book said, you will get out of this unscathed and unblamed. Wow, this is beautiful. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope this helped you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps to grow the channel, and I really I appreciate your support on my channel, and I will see you again soon. Take care.